Hello there, and welcome to People with Paula. This is the show that brings you news and information around the globe. On today's episode of People with Paula, I'm hanging out with Mr. Robinson Gitonga, who is the head of sales at Scope Markets, Kenya. Hello, Robinson.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, how are you?
Pleasure meeting you.
Welcome to Dubai.
How's Dubai treating you?
Dubai is amazing, and how about you?
It shows. I like Dubai.
Nice. Which places have you visited so far?
Well, I'm trying to first do business, and then I'll visit over the weekend.
All right, fantastic. See, business fast, and that's what makes him the head of sales. So let's get right into it. Tell me, what inspired you to pursue a career in the Forex industry, and how has your journey evolved over the years?
I'd say I bumped into this career by luck. I was changing actually careers. I did more IT and hospitality related career, and I was trying to get myself into a career that I can just use my head. To be very honest, I was in a place where I wanted just to wake up, use my head without knocking on anybody's door. And when I went to Google and searched for how do I get to do this, what can I do online that allows me to earn, all that kind of stuff. At that time, online writing was very huge, but I don't consider myself a good writer. So I tried to use something else that maybe it's more factual, that I can use a lot of data, I can, comb through data and make decisions, and that is how I got myself into FX.
Okay, fantastic. So do you have a degree in IT?
Yes, I do.
Oh, fantastic. See, now I see how the two blend together. Brains and money. What was the most significant turning point in your career that led you to become a country manager for Africa, head of sales?
I think it has been growth. I wouldn't really say it was a turning point. I was really keen in making sure that first I grasped through the concept of FX and every little thing around FX. So, and I was also lucky to be a pioneer when it came to actually the whole industry in the country. So I learned a lot from my mentors and my colleagues that time, and it has been a journey all through. But I think the point is where one of my good friends, who is now leading a different firm, actually challenged me to take up responsibility, because again the industry was small, but the opportunity was very big. So the bolder you got, then the more the more you were there to get. So, and that is how I actually got to get myself into leadership, and that is how I got to run the entity for Kenya in terms of the sales side, I think for almost 2.5 years now.
All right, fantastic. So aside from being bold, what other qualities do you believe have contributed to the most of your success in such a dynamic and challenging industry?
I think it's to be level-headed and mostly be a people person, because I wouldn't be where I am without the people that I work with, without the company that I work with. I think they have been very supportive in also being able to mold and shape who I am. And also the people have been also be very kind also to learn and, to also accept to be mentored by me. I think the beautiful thing is that the people that I work with have become just more than colleagues, and you've built this good and big family that has helped so even Scope actually be where it is right now.
All right, fantastic. And what really motivates you to keep pushing forward in the highly competitive world of Forex trading? Because I understand that Forex is very competitive. So when you wake up every single day, what motivates you to say that I'm going to be the best head of sales that I am?
I still circle back to the same opportunity, because every day presents diverse and new opportunities for everyone. So if you wake up, and there are good days and there are bad days in this market, besides maybe even from the trading space, also from a people space. Everybody is going through different things every day. But every day is also an opportunity to mend things, and it's also an opportunity to grow, and it's an opportunity to try. And I think I stick by the fact that that's what drives me most, that there is an opportunity every day that can be able to define and change things as well.
All right, fantastic. What trends do you foresee in Africa Forex market, and what is your long-term vision for the region's growth and your company's role within it?
When I look at the growth statistically, it has actually skyrocketed in the last 5 years, especially for Kenya, when we've had the license, and we've seen the spread of brokerage firms from one brokerage to around 10 brokerage firms that are licensed in Kenya right now, and a lot of interest from international firms that are also eyeing the Kenyan market. So that tells you that Africa is growing, and the numbers and the statistics that are there actually speak for that. Africa is an emerging market. We may not have it maybe on the BRICS, but South Africa is there representing us. But that's the new frontier, and people are actually looking at tapping into Africa, tapping into a very fresh market, and they're tapping into a market that is also very ready for new things, unlike other markets or other mature markets that are very restrictive to this industry when it comes to the products, the tools and all those kind of things. So Africa is the opportune time, and this is the time as well for Africa.
Fantastic. And what do you think differentiates Scope Markets from all the other competitors in the market?
Well, we have quite a number of things, but mostly actually I think for us, we're very relationship based, and also we're very innovative when it comes to how we, what we deliver to our clients. So we are the leading brokerage firm when it comes to products. We have recently introduced the UAE stocks and indices, so you'll be able to actually access those from wherever you are in our space. And relationship. I think for the last couple of years we've been in the market, we've really been able to handle a lot of clients. We've been able to give them solutions, and they've been able also to see the value from that. And that's why we've been able to, stand out, and we'll keep standing out because of that.
Oh, and actually now that rolls over to my second question, because I wanted to ask you, I understand Scope Markets was actually one of the earliest brokers in the Kenyan market. And there are new brokers that keep on coming to the market every single day. However, you keep on standing and your business keeps on going smoothly. What really is your secret? Come on, let the cat out of the bag.
Well, we have a very structured and a very goal-oriented administration, and we run the business for the greater interest of not just the business but the clients as well. And I think that is what has shaped us to be an industry leader, being more client oriented than business oriented. And we'll keep doing that, and we'll make sure that we have a solution for, everybody is looking for financial breakthrough in their life.
All right, fantastic. So fun fact that you guys don't know, actually, I was an employee at Scope Markets, and it was my first Forex job. And I've been wanting to ask Robin this question for the longest time. Why did you hire me? What qualities maybe did I present that made you hire me? Or, if maybe you can remember, because I've been asking you about this question off the camera and you didn't answer, but now you're on camera. You're kind of obligated to answer. Come on.
Well, I'll try not to mince my words, but one of the most challenging parts of my career is actually scouting for talent, because it's a very unique space, and the uniqueness of the space goes beyond, your education and all that. Yeah. It's more about your character. It's more about enthusiasm, and how you, present yourself and structure a lot of things. And I think the most outstanding thing for you was you're very vibrant from the onset. So besides the career line that you're coming from, I felt like you're the right choice, because it's easy to mold and, and mentor you to be a star in this market. And look at you now.
Oh, I thank you so much. Finally got. So it really took you a podcast to answer my question? Okay, now we're moving on to the fun section. Fine. Forex is known for its volatility. How do you sell calm to clients during a market storm? Let's say it's the NFP report, yeah? And things have gone haywire and clients are calling you left, right, center. What do you do?
One of the facts about the market is it's not a straight line. So the market will always move up and will always move down. The part that we try and prepare our clients before is on how they manage their trades, how they manage their risk, because at that point it doesn't matter how far it goes. It will always recorrect up to some level, and you can be able to, get out of the market at that point. And especially being a beginner, you'll always get to panic. And I can even say, even as an expert, there are those weeks that will always show on your chart, and you feel like your screen is about to, to extend or something. But that's the nature of the market, and it's something that you have to sign up for as well when it comes to trading. But a safe way to approach it is making sure that you're well capital placed, first off, and then you're very well risk managed as well. That way you do not really need to panic even if anything happened.
Okay, fair point. Question. Let's say you're in a desert, right? You have three tools. You have a mobile phone, you have a chatting software, and one Forex pair. Which one would you give away and why? The mobile phone, the chatting software, or the Forex pair?
I would give away the chatting software.
Why?
I'd rather make money and get myself out of the desert.
Again, guys, the businessman. Ay, ay, ay. As at this point, I'm not going to call you Robinson Gitonga anymore. I'm going to call you Robinson Kamau.
No way.
Okay. If you could turn one Forex pair into a dish on a menu, what would it be called? And why would it be the top seller in Africa?
That's a hard choice. Personally,
Euro USD,
yes,
USD.
Euro USD is.
Euro USD?
I think for me, it's how it's the performance of it. It's at times very predictable, and also gives me the comfort when it comes to the underlying assets. Because one is the euro, the eurozone, and the other is the US denominated. So I'm always able to place them in terms of, simple things like major fundamental issues that could be able to affect this. Gold is something that everybody is, even me, I try to trade gold, and I trade gold once in a while, but I think my main dish would always be a Euro USD.
Euro USD it is.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy trading gold?
No.
Why?
I have a very busy schedule and my normal day-to-day, and gold requires you to be very patient and also requires you to be very calculative. The volatility in gold does not allow me, especially when I'm at a place where, you need to either keep checking or you need to see how you've placed your things, because by my character, I'm not really a swing person or a position trader where I will just take a position and hold it for a long time. I'm more of an intraday person who will take a trade, look at certain levels and get out. But for gold, I find the volatility very good, especially because that is what actually is able to give you opportunities. But it's not for me personally. But most of my clients are looking at gold, so I also have to look at gold for my clients as well. Yeah.
And what do you think about the correlations? Let's say AUD, USD,
It's something that is very important to understand, because back in the days, that's how I used to trade. Like I used to wake up early in the morning and look at how, say, the Australian market has opened and how maybe the Tokyo market has opened, and that would make me speculate on how, you know, the London session might behave and probably the impact that is going to be there once the New York session opens. So the correlations are very important to understand because they help you narrow down onto specific, and mostly when you're looking at entries and then you're looking at trends, you cannot ignore, especially when you're starting. It's something that you cannot ignore because it builds your basics until to a point where now you just decide, you get to a place where you just decided that you're trading fundamentals or you're trading technicals. So you're just looking at key price levels and all that. So that way correlations just would be there to guide you. You know, for example, like people are just looking at the DXY to measure the, to measure the impact or the influence of the dollar itself. And you use that now in your normal trading because it's giving you, it's giving you angles to speculate at.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Now, the next question is, if you had a rewind button, would you use it more often to correct mistakes or relive great moments? If you would rewind something in your life, what would you rather do?
I think I'd use it to revive good moments because you cannot do anything with the bad ones. You can only try and build yourself from the good moments and learn from the bad ones. I wish there was such a button, actually, Mercy.
Really?
Yeah, I'd always be there tapping it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would you rather live without the internet or without music? Which one would drive you crazy to lose? Internet or music?
If I lost internet, I think even my blood would freeze.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
Really.
I thought you would be more like of a music person, Like maybe...
Music calms me, but what is it calming me for if I'm not online?
Fair point.
Yeah.
Akili mtu wangu, akili.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robin, if your life was a movie, what genre would it be and who would play you?
Wow. Has to be a thriller.
Really?
It better be a thriller. Top-selling thriller. Yeah.
Interesting. And if you were given a choice between unlimited knowledge and unlimited money, but you could only use one at a time, so you either choose knowledge or you choose money, which one would you choose?
That's very tricky. Why is there one choice? Why can't I have both?
If.
Well, if I may say, let me start with the money and then the knowledge will come to help me deal with the money I'd made.
That's more proving. Your new name is Kamau now. It's the money. Okay. And if you could have a conversation with your future self, seeing how far you come and maybe things that used to worry you growing up, what's the first piece of advice you would ask?
I would first say calm down, Don't take life too seriously. But at the same time, I think I'd be a bit more calculative, forge more for the future, and not just live for the sake of it, yeah.
What's the best day that you've had with your clients?
I've had so many good days. I've had interesting days where parents brought in their kids from off campus and something, and they started their journey trading, and that's all they do right now. I've had guys who are looking for secondary income and they're able to plug into a good strategy, and they're living off it now. I've had very good moments where, clients just want to pass by and take me out for lunch just to, appreciate or, just say a thank you or something. Um, I have clients who send notes and emails every time, just wanting to learn more and plug more because the strategies that they have at least are working. And I think those are the little joys that I get with dealing with clients. And more so, I think I get more joy with dealing with my team because they have now more people that they're dealing with, and it's life changing.
And what's the worst day that you've had with clients? Would you probably give us a case of where, let's say you had the worst day with a client in your career, or you had a very difficult client, and probably how you were able to manage that, or maybe not you, your team members, and how you were able to come through for them?
Yeah, I think earlier in my career, and even recently, you get to suffer, you get to sit in spaces where clients are very agitated, or they're very shocked, and some are very bitter because they never, or they haven't gotten the grasp of the full extent of what trading is all about, and maybe they made or miscalculated a few things and now they are maybe into losses or into big losses. And it takes me back to the basics of making sure that first a client understands completely the business around speculation, and they know how to approach it from a fair point, or maybe even from a point of understanding, because most of the cases that I've dealt with, that's the first point. Like, people or clients didn't actually know the extent or the risk that is involved. I think, how FX has been sold before has been sold in a lifestyle and those kind of things. But the basic thing is first understanding the risks that are involved and the opportunity as well, because the idea is not really to be risk averse. It's to know that when you're getting into this market, you start somewhere and then you grow yourself. You don't want to come in and you want to change your life in one day. You have to, put in the work, and you see the results as well at the end of it. So, yeah, I've had a few instances of such.
And how do you deal probably with, let's say you also deal with IBs, right? How do you deal with newcomers that want to start earning money in the financial markets, but they're feeling a lot of pressure from the IBs that were there before? And maybe, some people say in FX, some lifestyles are fake, some lifestyles are true. I mean, how do you get to that clear point where you can be able to guide a beginner or a forex, or someone who's really interested into forex, because it's a very thin line between the two?
I think a lot of people are, of course, they're very enticed by the lifestyle. And like you said correctly, yes, the lifestyle could be or could not be there. And you have to also understand that people start somewhere, and every beginner needs to understand that they have to start somewhere, and it took the people that they're maybe watching and admiring a certain bit of time, all right, and for them they're just beginning, so they just need to give themselves time and put in the work, and just make sure that every time and every day they're growing, they're cultivating, and they're increasing their knowledge and their scope of understanding when it comes to trading. And the lifestyle that they want to live or they're admiring to live will be there as if they put in the work.
All right, fantastic. And now, this is a question I usually ask for my followers. Is Scope Markets hiring at the moment?
Not at the moment, but we'll be looking to grow in the space, in the market space in the coming months. So opportunities that will be available will be advertised through the normal and the available channels that we communicate our recruitment processes with.
And where can they find you? On websites, on social media?
Yes, so you can always find us at Scope, and especially for Kenya, you can find us at Scope Markets Kenya. or you can actually log into the website scopemarkets.co.ke, register, get an account, and get started.
All right, fantastic. You guys heard that. So right now, there are no job opportunities available, but make sure to check the page, scopemarkets.co.ke. Also, be sure to check out their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as creating an account and just understanding the different instruments in the financial markets and understanding just how the financial markets works, and also be aware of the international news. And getting onto the international news, how would you compare FX trading in Africa and specifically in Kenya as compared to the rest of the world?
It's picking pace. It's very well picking pace. But when you compare and when you look at the FX market, and let me not even use that. Let me use the crypto market. When you get to see the impact of Kenyans when it comes to the crypto market compared to the world, we rank top 5. Yeah. So we, joking when it comes to financial markets. So FX is again something that is on the rise, and probably we look to compare with the greater markets in that space, like, US, LATAM, and all that.
All right, fantastic. And as we conclude, how has your understanding of success evolved throughout your career, and what does it mean to you now?
To get it right, success of what?
Success in life, like
What is success?
Yeah, like what is success according to you? I'm sure maybe when you were younger, you had a different perspective on success. But now that you've grown through your career, from your degree in IT up to head of sales for a very well-known and reputable broker, what is success? What does success mean to you?
I think success is first being able to live by your purpose, because that's the thing that actually would define a success. If you're not living your purpose, then you're not really succeed. Or even if you're succeeding with a lot of things like career, family, and all those kind of things, probably there's still something that you've not fulfilled in yourself, and you might always beat yourself down because you feel like you're not there yet. So I think the most important thing is understanding and finding and getting to know your purpose. So that way, then everything else complements or works towards that. And I think success is now being able to, to do or meet and, do your purpose.
Fantastic. And in an ever-changing financial landscape, how do you stay ahead of industry trends and maintain long-term relevance?
I think a great man once taught me, you need to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That's how you're able to keep above. That's how you're able to also to get to know what is happening out there, and also relearn things that you knew that you thought that you have to get yourself into a space where you learn again.
All right. Fantastic. So learning and relearning what you already know,
And unlearning.
relearning. Oh, and unlearning.
Yeah.
So you
Learn,
unlearn,
and relearn.
and relearn.
Yes.
Okay. Learn, unlearn, and relearn again. So that's your key. That's amazing. I like that. I like that. See, you learn something new every single day. And on to that, what are some of the most profound lessons you've learned about leadership, especially in managing teams across diverse cultures and regions?
I think first, when dealing with people, is you have to also put yourself in their shoes, and it makes more sense when especially you've grown through the career, so you actually know the extent of each role that an individual is playing. But one of them is simply just getting to understand people, taking time to sit with someone, to know them just beyond what they do on a normal day to day. That way you're able to, understand, because we're all different. We could be doing the same thing, but you're different. And that is why the results might be different, especially when you're dealing with a service industry. When you're dealing with a technical industry where maybe you're just placing things together, that could be very uniform. But when you're dealing with a place where you have to deal with other people, then a lot of things are different. So the key point for me is usually to know my colleagues, know my workmates better, and of course get to know and mentor and build them to be what is best for them.
Fantastic. And now that we are in the age of AI, how do you see the role of technology and AI transforming the future of Forex trading, particularly in Africa?
AI is actually very, very big right now in Africa, and a lot of clients are looking to adding AI into their trading solutions. So you find a lot of clients inquiring about robots, about expert advisors, and all those things around the algorithmic trading. Um, so that's the future, and you cannot run away from it, because every day in our busy lives, we need to find ways to automate things. And each client will be looking, say, to try and automate their own strategy, because each strategy is different. So already we have quite a number of clients rolling in the AI space. And I'm excited to see what the future holds, because I can't wait just to be looking at AI just trading and doing everything.
And actually, on that note, how do you envision the Forex industry evolving in Africa over the next decade? And what role do you see yourself playing in that transformation?
Um, uh, like we said when we started, I think the journey for Africa is on a trajectory, it's on a high rise. So in the next couple of years, it's probably going to double or triple. The literacy level as well when it comes to the market is actually skyrocketing as well. This is something that we're very keen to make sure that it's introduced to people at a very young age, so that even as they grow and get to university and all that, they're already equipped, or they already have the knowledge and the know-how and the opportunities that lie in the FX market. So in the next 10 years, those are the people who will be, at the point where they can be able to afford capital to start trading. So they can only be bigger and better. And regulations are also going to span through the entire continent. So it will be, people will be able to trade with reputable brokers that they can, that are regulated in their spaces and that they can always count on. So Africa is the destination.
Fantastic. Africa is the destination. And as you reflect on your journey, what do you believe your legacy in the Forex industry will be, both professionally and personally?
I think professionally, I really want to have impacted as many people into the opportunity that is there, both as employees and also as traders or investors in the market. And personally, I think I want to retire having seen hedge funds and fund managers and money managers actually grounded well in the FX market, and us being able to deliver, investment returns that are world class level, and that we're able to compete with the big institutions out there when it comes to returns that those people in that space are able to deliver. I think that's a personal mission that I have, to make sure that the institutions are also able to tap into this for them to be able to deliver something beyond. I don't know if that's it as a personal or still as a profession, as a professional thing. Yeah.
And what life advice would you give to someone who's seen you grow through the financial markets up to the level that you are, and maybe they're looking to be like you, or would like to reach to a level that you are in right now? What advice would you give to them?
I'd ask them to work hard and work smart. Internet is their friend. There are a lot of opportunities to learn every day. Put in the work, there's so many opportunities in this market, like beyond just trading, there's so much to do. You could get yourself, you could be a trainer, you could be a partner with a brokerage firm, and you offer services to clients outside the brokerage space, where maybe you're a trainer, or there's so much in the FX market. It's a whole career by its own, You don't need to always feel confined that it's about just execution. We have so many trainers who are doing a fantastic job in pushing this literacy to hundreds of thousands of people, and charging a fee for it. And at the end of the day, and that's a whole life that a lot of people have built for themselves. There are also people in the fund management space and the money management space where they're hiring expert people. You can be a research analyst or an analyst who is able to, guide institutions and clients on, deep understanding of, the economics and interpretation of this data that you see always released and reports released all over. So there's so much that one can be able to get to, but first you have to build that interest, learn, plug yourself with the right institution, with the right brokerage firm, and grow yourself from there.
All right, fantastic. What is the message you would like to give to your team in Kenya and to Scope Markets?
Well, it's to appreciate them and be grateful, of course, for being the awesome people that they are, and that will keep on, of course, scaling to new heights. And of course, I'll always be there to support them. And of course, we'll also make sure that the company gets into greater heights.
Fantastic. And finally, what is the one quote that you live by?
Oh, well. There's so many quotes.
Okay, you can give us the top 3.
No. I think I'll stick to
one.
To the earlier, the one that I mentioned earlier about learning and learning and relearning, because that's I think that is what keeps me growing and going every day. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So remember to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That's the one quote that Mr. Robinson Gitonga lives by. Thank you so much for gracing our presence. And to all our viewers, this has been People with Paula. This is the show that brings you insights from all over the world. I hope you enjoyed this one. And please remember to subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.